All right, welcome, fifth grade Bengals, to day 2 of week 3. Let's go over yesterday's exit ticket. 8/10 being greater than what? What's it greater than? 5/6 or 3/5? So hopefully you found 30 to be that common denominator. Hopefully you actually found the common denominator. Okay? And you hopefully found it to be 30. When you do that, you change 8/10 hopefully into 24/30, meaning you times 10 by 3, 8 by 3 to get 24/30. You want a fraction that's smaller than 24/30 when the denominator is 30. So you do 5/6, and you see, okay, I want to turn that 6 into 30. Took me 5 times to get there, as you can see right there. So 5 times 5 is going to be 25. Well, 25 is larger than 24. So that's not going to work. Okay? And then let's check out. The assumption here we can make is 3/5 is what we're looking for. Okay? We want a fraction that's less than 8/10 or less than 24/30. The equivalent fraction of 8/10. So when we do 3/5, we make 5 into 30 by timesing it by 6. So 3 times 6 gives you 18. Is 18 less than 24? Certainly is. So the answer here would be 3/5. So my daughter wants to say the answer. So the answer is going to be 3/5. Good job. Okay. So let's move on to number 1. Okay. So we have 2/3 and we're adding 2/8 today. So we're adding fractions with different denominators or unlike denominators. So the steps we're going to take to do that is step 1, find the common denominator, which we're used to doing. Step 2, find the equivalent fractions with those common denominators. Step 3, then you add those new equivalent fractions. That's the new step we're doing today. We haven't done that in class here. We've done it this past year in 5th grade, but we haven't done it here. We were only comparing fractions. Now we're taking to the next level and adding them. So when we find the common denominator, which we've been practicing, we should find a common denominator of 24 for between 3 and 8. Some of us can look at this and just say, oh yeah, duh, 3 and 8 equals 24. Which is great, but some of us are also not there yet. If you continue to write these out and practice, especially this week, tomorrow, next week, I really feel that all this extra practice is going to really benefit you in 6th grade so that you can not have to do this first step written down to find the common denominator. You'll be able to look at the denominators and say, yeah, 24. Okay, and that's what I want to get you to be able to do. But to do that, we need to practice writing them down, that visual kinesthetic learning piece. Find the equivalent fractions with the common denominator. Well, 24 is our denominator, our common denominator. So I went from 2/3 to 24. So thirds to 24, 3 to 24. How many times did it take me to get there? 8. 3 times 8, 2 times 8. That gives you 16. 16 24ths. Next, we're going to take 2/8. 8 to 24. How many times did it take me to get from 8 to 24? 3. So 8 times 3, 2 times 3, which gives you 6. So we have 16 24ths, 6 24ths. Now I'm going to add them together. That's the third step. 16 24ths plus 6 24ths gives you 22 24ths. And we'll stop there. Now, some of you might be looking at this and saying, wait a second, we don't have to simplify, Mr. Brislin? For today, no. Tomorrow we're going to work more on simplifying. But for today, if you want to challenge yourself with this problem, you can. And it's really good if you like this, Mr. President, this is so easy, piece of cake, then try simplifying. Take it to the next level, challenge yourself to simplify it. Meaning, what number can be divided by both these numbers? It has to go into both. First thing you always want to check is, hey, are these numbers even? Yes. So they can be divided by 2. When you divide it by 2, what's half of 22? 11. Half of 24? 12. Giving you 11/12 as your simplified answer, your reduced answer. When you get to 6th grade, I'm pretty sure everything needs to be reduced. But if you're not, if you didn't feel like this was easy, like, bam, I can do it like that, then don't worry about reducing yet. Number 2, 1/4 plus 4/6. I'm going to keep the steps over here on your side, so when you hit the pause button, you can review the steps it took, and then file them for doing 1/4 plus 4/6. Hit the pause button to do that now. Okay, so here we are, 1/4 equaling how much as an equivalent fraction? Well, we found the common denominator to be 24. Hopefully that's what you found. If you kept going on, you might have seen 48, which is okay. But hopefully you were able to pick up on 24 being the common denominator here. Another common denominator. Actually, it would have been easier. Would have been 12. Hello, 12. Right? So let's find that. Why not find the least common denominator? The smallest common denominator. It'll make things a lot easier to add, or next week subtract. So how many times did it take me to get from 4 to 12? 3 times. So 1 times 3, which gives you 3. How many times did it take me to get from 6 to 12? 2. So 6 times 2, 4 times 2, 8. And we add them together, they get 3/12 plus 8/12. We get, don't dare add those denominators. Don't do it. Don't add the denominator. Keep the 12. You just add the numerator. 3 plus 8 equals 11. 11/12. Questions about that? Haha, can't ask me questions. Right now you can, but please don't hesitate. Email me. Hop in a Zoom session. I want to help you out. I don't want you to be confused at all. I'm here to help. Now, it's the same answer as the last question, which was, we know was reduced already to the lowest form. So I'm not going to have to worry about reducing it, but it's always good to double check. Both numbers can't be going by 2. So therefore, I'm not going to worry about 2, 4, 6, and 8. So here's the numbers that you would recommend: 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Those are the great numbers to try to, all single digits, to try to simplify it by. Well, both of these numbers can't be simplified by 2, so that rules out 2, 4, 6, and 8. So now it's all the left. It's 3, 5, 7, and 9. 3 can go into 12, but it can't go into 11. And definitely neither of these can be divided by 5. And 7 can't go into either of these. And 9 can't go into either of these. So that is the simplest form it can be done. Once again, we're all very visual. So when you're reducing, you might actually want to write down these digits and cross them off after you've attempted to use them to reduce. Okay? That visual kinesthetic learning right there. Number 3. 3/7 plus 1/6. Find the common denominator. Find the equivalent fractions. Add the equivalent fractions. Go ahead, do that now. All right, so when you found the common denominator for 7 and 6, hopefully you found them to be 42. How many times did it take me to get from 7 to 42? 6 times. So now I'm going to do 3 times 6 to give me 18. How many times did it take me to get from 6 to 42? 7 times. I'm going to times the 1 by 7 to get 7. Now I have 18 40 seconds plus 7 40 seconds, and that'll give me 25 40 seconds. I want to try to simplify them. Okay. Then I'm going to try 2, 4, 6, oops. Put them all out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Both of these are not even numbers. 42 is, but not 25. So I can't even try 2. 3. Can 3 go into both of these numbers? That might be kind of tough to try to figure out 42. So let's try 25. Can 3 go into 25? 3, 6. Well, let's maybe take a look back. Do we have any 3s? Oh, right back here. Why not do it? Why not do it in our head when we have them right here in problem number 1? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. Another 3 was 27. Nope. So 3 can't go into 25. So now don't even worry about if 3 can go into 42. But it can actually. But don't worry about it because it can't go into 25. If these numbers can't be divided by 2, then we don't worry about 4, 6, or 8. Can both of these be divided by 5? 25 can. But can 42? No, because it doesn't end in a 0 or 5, right? What about 7? Well, we know 42 can be divided by 7. It's right there. But can it be divided? But can 25 be divided by 7? Do you see 25 at all up here? No. What about 9? Can either of these be done by 9? Divided by 9. 9 times tables. 9, 18. You might have to take some time right now to actually figure that out. You're doing your 9 times tables to see if 9 can go into 25 or 42. Start with the lower number, 25. 9, 18, 27. Nope, so 9 can't work. Which means this is your smallest, most reduced fraction. 25, 40 seconds. Number 4. 25 and plus 1/4. Find the common denominator, find the equivalent fractions, add the equivalent fractions, and challenge yourself to see if it can be reduced. Hit the pause button now.